Hello, YouTube family. It is so wonderful to be back to talk with you guys. Today is February the 26th, Thursday. February the 26th, Thursday. Today I have a wonderful guest for us. TSU softball coach and a couple of their players are going to be in the house today to talk about where they are headed and the players on the team. Also, before we get into that, I want you guys to make sure you hit that like button, you smash that bell so you can be notified, subscribe, and down below write a comment. Write a comment about what you think about the show today and things you might want me to talk about. Don't forget to email me at fatlarrypodcast@gmail.com for your merchandise, your t-shirts and your hoodies. Today, we are going to be discussing the NCAA basketball surrounding tournament that's getting ready to come up. University of Houston has gone on a 3-game loss streak. I'm still with University of Houston because you know I'm a Kelvin Sampson fan. They had 3 gigantic games. Iowa State, they had Kansas, and they had Arizona. But that's okay. They still 23 or 24 and 3, or 4, excuse me. So they're in a good position. And I feel like they're going to play Colorado this Saturday on the 28th. That's a game that's going to be winnable for them. And on the NBA side, let me dig off into my sheet here. You got our Houston Rockets are in 3rd place on the west side. We are at 36 and 21. The Thunder are first. San Antonio Spurs. That Wemby is not joking. What do you think about? Let me ask my producer. What do you think about Wemby? You think he's a hell of a player? Mm-hmm. Man, this guy is unreal. And he's about 21 or 22. You wait till he grow up. He's still a baby. And he is just ruling the NBA right now. So you got the Thunder, the Spurs, the Rockets, the Nuggets, the T-Wolves, the Lakers, the Suns, and the Warriors. Those are the top 8 teams. I'm not going to put the others on there, but those are the top 8 teams that if the playoffs started today, they would be in. And I look for the players to be on the west side to be the Thunder and the Spurs, the Nuggets, and maybe the T-Wolves if they can get themselves together along with our Rockets. We need a point guard so bad, they're trying to hold out as much as they can and getting one. They've given the job to Amon Thompson and Reed Shepherd. Reed Shepherd is rounding up. He's a hell of a shooter. My only thing I worry about him is the quickness to be able to guard the other team's point guard. But Reed Shepherd is putting in work. I think he had 8 threes last night, Wednesday night, against the Kings, Sacramento Kings. So we're in good shape on the West, and if things pan out right, you never know how far the Rockets can go. Now, I'm a Laker fan, but the Lakers don't play no defense, so I don't see them going anywhere. You got the Pistons in the East, number 1, Celtics, the Knicks, the Cavs, the Toronto Raptors, the Philadelphia 76ers, the Magic, and the Heat. I think it's going to be in the East between these 4 teams. The Pistons, the ones that are at the top of the board. The Pistons, the Celtics, the Knicks, and the Cavs. But I think it's going to basically come down to the Pistons and the Celtics. Now, don't get me wrong, the Cavaliers got James Harden here recently, and he's been real well for them over the last 5 games that he's been there with them, or 6 games. And they may be 5-1. I think they've lost 1 game since he's been there with them. So Cavaliers are going to have to be looked at in the East also. So 76ers has a young kid that went to Baylor named Edgecombe. He is real good. But 76ers, I don't think they're young, and I don't think they're going to be able to make it. So on the West, I'm looking at the Thunder, the Spurs, and maybe the Nuggets can push out the Spurs to play the Thunder for the championship. I'd like to say the Rockets, but we've led about 5 games here recently, and we can't close out the show. And when you get into the playoffs, that's what you got to be able to do is close out the show. And so I'd love for the Rockets to squeeze on through. I think they will win a first round series. But after that, dealing with the Spurs and the Thunder, I don't know. Okay, so I want to also give some love out to Rice University's women basketball team. They are 25-3. They're not ranked, but they are leading Conference USA. And I think that the Rice Owls women, and I said Conference USA, they are actually in the AAC, American Athletic Conference, where the University of Houston was prior to 3 years ago. So, but Rice women, look out for them. I'm gonna jump into some boys basketball. Here in Houston, H-Town, Texas, that's a big thing, high school ball. Me and some friends, we always go to high school basketball games. Matter of fact, tonight is Thursday. They got a couple of them that we may be attending tonight. Wheatley High School is playing Lufkin-Hudson tonight in a by-district matchup. You got Stafford versus Gatesville tomorrow night in a by-district matchup. You got 3rd Ward Yates, where we are located at, is playing Silsbee. It seems like every year it's between Yates and Silsbee to come out of that region. And so this year shouldn't be any different. So that's going to be a barn burner there. Yates is going to play Silsbee. Then you got Booker T. Washington versus Bridge City. So you got 4A schools out of H-Town that are going to be playing in the playoffs. Now, in 5A, Madison is the lone representative out of HISD. And I'm doing HISD because that's the city. In the burbs, we got a lot of schools that are in the playoffs. And one of them being Seven Lakes, the #1 team in the state for 6A. I look for them to go far, Seven Lakes. And then you got North Shore. One more time, these are all suburb teams. But I'm one more time emphasizing the Houston area teams. Now, one last team I'm gonna talk about is Fort Bend Marshall. Now, yes, it's not in HISD, but it's right on the outskirts of HISD, and it's predominantly black school. Fort Bend Marshall, they're in 5A, they're gonna be playing Pflugerville High School right out of Austin. So that is the high school news. Now what I'm going to do is go into college. As I tell everybody all the time, I not only talk about the SWAC, I talk about the MEAC, the SIAC, and the CIAA. Those are black conferences, HBCU conferences. And let me add this. If you're in the area this week or weekend of one of the HBCUs that's putting on a basketball game, please go to the game. Attend the game. The schools will definitely appreciate you coming out to cheer on the kids, the young ladies, and also your financial support. So if you're in the area watching, you wanted to watch a good basketball game, go to one of the HBCU games. The tournament is about to start also for the SWAC. It's going to be in Atlanta, Georgia. And it's going to be next week, 9th through the 14th. So you got, no, not next week, in 2 weeks, 9th through the 14th. But let me give you these standings for the MEAC. You got Howard University. You got Howard University at 8-3. You got Morgan State, 8-3. You got Norfolk State, got North Carolina Central, South Carolina State, Coppin State, Maryland Eastern Shore, and bringing up the rear, you got Delaware State. Now, Howard and Morgan State, Norfolk State, got some pretty good teams. North Carolina Central, they're a little in the middle of the road this year, but you never know. They could catch fire because they're generally in the mix. In the SIAC, they have 16 teams in the SIAC. I thought the SWAC had a lot of teams, but the SIAC has a lot of them. Okay, in their West Division, they got Morehouse, in their North Division, they got Morehouse, Clark Atlanta, Savannah State, Edward Waters leading the top 4. Then you got Fort Valley State, Benedict, Albany State, and Allen. Those are the top 8 schools because those are the schools that's going to get in the playoffs. Now, those schools at the bottom of that particular bracket may not get in because now we're going to get with the South. Tuskegee actually is leading that conference at 19-5 in the South. You got Miles second, Lemoyne Owen, Lane, and a lot of these colleges I be telling people, they be saying like, I don't even know where these colleges are. Lemoyne Owen is in Memphis. Miles is in Alabama. Lane is in Tennessee. Central State is in Ohio. Kentucky State, and then you got Spring Hill. So I'm thinking that Miles, Lemoyne, and Tuskegee may be the only schools out of the South that make the playoffs. In the CIAA, you got Virginia State University leading it, Virginia Union. Those 2 schools always have good basketball programs. They have like 4 or 5 guys that went into the pros. You got Bluefield State, Bowie State, Lincoln, Pennsylvania, and Elizabeth City. Your top 3 schools, though, are mostly the ones that's going to be in the mix. You got Virginia State, Virginia Union, and Bluefield from the north. In the South, you got Fayetteville, 10-0, the team to beat in the CIAA. Chafflin, 7-3. You got Shaw, 5-5. So those are the top 3 out of the South. But I'm gonna go with Fayetteville and Virginia State fighting it out. I'm gonna go with, in the SIAC, Tuskegee and Morehouse, maybe Clark, fighting it out. Clark had a great team last year, went to the playoffs. Then you got Howard one more time. I got Howard and Morgan State battling it out for the MEAC. Now in the SWAC, whole different story in the SWAC. You got Bethune-Cookman at 12-3. They've had a great year this year. Reggie Theus has went off and got him some great players for this upcoming year for Bethune-Cookman in the SWAC. You got Southern at 9-5, Alabama A&M 9-6, UAPB 9-6, Jackson State 9-6, FAMU 8-7, and Grambling at 6-8. This year in the SWAC, Alcorn State is 6-8, but anybody I feel can win the SWAC tournament. You got Bethune-Cookman and Southern, though, are going to be the front runners. But TSU lost a few games in the beginning, but then they went on like a 6-1 run, 6-2 run. So me and a couple of my friends that are sports junkies also, they feeling like I do, that anybody could win the SWAC this year. But you must say that Southern and Bethune-Cookman are the front runners. That's in the men's. Let me also let you guys know before I go to the women that TSU track is now a 3-time consecutive indoor champion of the Southwestern Athletic Conference, TSU track. And I also need to let you know that this year the TSU Relays is the 74th. If you've never been to the TSU Relays, you need to at least give yourself the opportunity to attend. Great track meet. This year, though, it's going to be in Humble High School Stadium because the TSU track is getting redone. The surface is getting redone. So it's going to be at Humble High School. Okay, and then what we got is in the women's side of the SWAC, we got, let me find it right quick for us. There it is. We got Alabama A&M leading the women's SWAC, Alcorn State 11-3, Alabama State 11-4, Southern 10-4. Those are your top 4 schools, but you can't rule out UAPB 8-7, Grambling 7-7, Jackson State 7-7. You can't rule out those schools. But I'm looking at it between these 3 schools: Alabama A&M, Alcorn State, and Alabama State. I think that is going to be the 3 leading schools. And then when when they get ready to go to the playoffs, they are going to the SWAC tournament is going to be at the Gateway Center Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. That's almost a new arena that was built for the Atlanta WNBA team. So it's going to be a great arena for them to play in. It's going to be March the 9th through the 14th. The women's basketball. Now this weekend, tonight, starting tonight, they'll start playing the games on Thursdays and Saturdays. On Thursday, they're going to play FAMU at Southern. Now, these are women and men. They've gone back to men playing after the women. So you got, at 5 o'clock, the ladies' game start. FAMU is going to be at Southern, Alcorn at TSU, JSU, Jackson State playing Prairie View, and Bethune-Cookman at Grambling State. That's this Thursday. And men's game will follow after those women's game at about 7. You got Saturday, Bethune-Cookman at Southern. Then you got FAMU at PV, Alcorn at PV, Jackson State at Texas Southern, Alabama State at Alabama A&M. Then you got Mississippi Valley at UAPB. And that's Saturday. One more time, the men's game will follow after the women's game. TSU baseball, the men's, we're going to have the women's softball team on later in the show. The men have a 4-2 record. They started off real good. They went to the Andre Dawson Classic in Florida, and they won 1-1 and lost 1. They beat Jackson State and lost to Southern. Then they went to the HBC Power Series in Pearl, Mississippi, and they was 3-1. They beat Alabama A&M. They beat Grambling State. So softball team and the men's baseball team have taken off pretty good for this upcoming year. We're going to do one last thing here. We talked about TSU's track team winning the indoor championship for the 3rd year in a row. And what we want to do is make sure we give our flowers to them because these championships are very important. They allow the university to be able to recruit some players that may be on the fence from going to this junior college or that junior college that they decide to come to TSU. And with that being said, I want to make sure that everyone remember to donate. We have an alumni association, Maroon and Gray, that actually functions to help service the sports department. So go to maroongray, GREY.com, and see about joining the Maroon and Gray Alumni Association, because what we do is all money is donated to them, spearheads campaign deposits to the TSU athletic department. And I think that's a wonderful thing to do because these HBCUs cannot make it without our help. And when I say without our help, well, you know, it doesn't have to be $1,000, $500, $100. You know, donate what you can to them. The main thing to do, though, is one more time, if you're in the vicinity of an HBCU game, basketball, softball, or baseball, go out and help the university and support them by attending the game. Buy a ticket. Let the kids see that someone wants to watch them play. Because I can remember when I played there, it filled your heart to know that there was people in the stands watching the game. So without further ado, we're going to move on to our guest segment after these messages. For your life, health, auto, home, retirement needs, please contact Rose Insurance Agency. I'm always here for the call. And we're back, family. I got a wonderful treat for you all today. We have Texas Southern University softball team. We have Coach Rodriguez and 2 of her players here that have come to grace us today to talk about the softball team. And we want to make sure that you guys come out and support the young ladies. They have been great for like over the last decade. And to my unknowing knowledge, I was not aware of it till recently. So I try to support them now. And we're going to be asking for your support at the end of this telecast also. But let's kick it off and get it rolling with some introductions. I'm going to start off with the coach of Texas Southern University, Raven Rodriguez. Raven, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Okay. Who are these pretty young ladies on the side? You mean they can play softball too?
They can.
Okay. Give me their names.
This is Zaria, and this is Lene.
Lene. Now, family, I've talked behind the scenes, but I'm going to let them do their thing too. We're going to start over here with Zaria. Zaria, give us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what school you came from, and what you're majoring in.
I'm Zaria, and I'm from Houston, Texas. I went to George Ranch in Richmond, Texas.
Okay.
And I'm a pitcher, and my major is kinesiology.
Kinesiology. Now, what year are you currently?
I'm a sophomore, and I'll graduate in 2028.
Graduating 2020. She's already told you when she's graduating, so she's going to class.
Yeah.
I don't even have to worry about her going to class. She's going to class. Okay, and you, young lady?
I'm Lene. I'm a senior. I'm from Abilene, Texas. I went to Abilene High School, and my major is health studies.
Health studies?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Abilene, Texas, family. That's West Texas. Mm-hmm. I mean, we are Southeast Texas, but we're happy to have you, though. We're happy to have. But you say you're happy to be here. Okay, Coach, tell me what your prognostications for the team this upcoming year.
I'm excited about this year. We brought in a lot of good kids. We've brought in a lot of talented kids. We created a lot of depth within the program, and that allows us to move a lot of different pieces without losing any pieces. And so we have some kids that are ready to come and compete, ready to fight, and they're hungry for a championship.
I can remember the first time I had you on, Coach. You guys had been like consecutive conference champs or West champs. Yeah. And there was a couple of strong pitchers, one-on-one pitchers. So is that an area that you have had to rebuild or restock with pitchers?
Yes, it is. It's an area we had to rebuild, restock. And Zaria is one of those that we kind of added, and she's going to be a big piece to the program this year. We've added Miranda Pena. She's also a transfer. She's a junior. We've added her to the pitching staff, and she's going to be a big piece and a big help to the program. And we also have returning Kylie Wilson. She was first team all conference pitcher for us as a freshman, and she did a lot of great things. So we have her returning, but we also have some other pieces to help her out in the circle.
You have any lefties? Even in baseball, people are always trying to get lefties.
Yes, she's a lefty.
Lefty! All right. You're always trying to get a lefty, man. That's great. Was she on your radar because of that, or just because she was just a good player?
She was on my radar not because of that. She caught my attention before her being a lefty. It just happened to work out that she is a lefty and that she was good at what she did.
Okay.
The lefty was a bonus.
Most definitely. I'm telling you, family, even in baseball, we were always playing, back in the day. I played baseball, and it wasn't with rocks and stones. I knew I may look like that, but we had bats and balls too. Okay, now you, what position do you play?
Center field.
Center field, that's my position, center field, softball. A leadoff hitter?
No, I'm the 3-hole.
3-hole, okay.
Yes,
Talking that baseball language, I love it. When she said 3-hole, what does she mean? Let me go to my producer right there. Wait, when she said she's in the 3-hole, Shayla, what does that mean?
Middle, I guess. That's what I would guess.
See that I'm telling you? You don't know anything about sports. Don't know anything about sports. But I love him. He does a wonderful job for the show. That means a 3-hole, she bats third, Shayla. I knew that. I just wanted to liven it up a little bit. We have fun on this show. That's what some like people that watch the show say, man, you be having fun. I said, yep, love it. I love it. Coach, I think I asked you this behind the scenes, so don't think she's joking. Coach, you won the championship last year in softball.
FAMU.
Okay. She told me she didn't know because they didn't win it. So, but I had to ask her again. So FAMU won it. Do you look for FAMU to be tough this upcoming year?
Yes. I mean, we're not going to ever take anybody lightly that we play against. We're always going to play with the championship mindset, but we try not to focus too much on what they did in the past. It's a new season, new teams, and try to approach it one game at a time.
Do you know if they have a lot of returning people, or you don't even worry about that, or seemed like during your course of playing them last year, you would at least have known, well, that's a pretty good freshman infielder. That's a pretty good sophomore pitcher. I mean, do you know if they're young or not?
I don't know the youngness or if there's a lot of seniors. I do know the returning pitcher that we faced because we had a pitching duel basically in that final game that we played against them, and so I know she's returning, and she's a great pitcher, and so she's always someone that's going to keep us on our toes for sure. So they have a great team, and so we're looking forward to getting there. Okay.
Now, returning on the offensive side, is your number one hitter coming back, or did you go out and have to get you some hitters?
We have returning great hitters. We added more. Added more. Our offensive side has been great to start off, and hopefully we can keep that going. I believe we're already at 10 home runs to start the season, and so we haven't gotten to conference yet, and so we're hoping to keep those pieces rolling and keep the girls confident, keep them swinging.
I want you, Coach, one more time to emphasize, look in that camera right there and emphasize how many home runs you guys have hit already. How many games deep are y'all? 10, 11?
We are 11.
That's almost a home run a game. Now, how many home runs have you guys hit?
10 home runs.
10 home runs. Now, this young lady's in the 3-hole. Have you hit one?
I have.
All right. Oh, that's where your hitters are, Shaylin. 1, 2, 3. Now, you got hitters in the back of your lineup, too, but they generally start off with the hitters. Okay. So do we have a new cleanup hitter?
No, returning cleanup hitter.
Oh, I like that. I like that. So, leading off, batting first, name and position, because we only have 2 of our players here, but we want to give some love to all of them. Okay, we're going to start off with the starters. Okay, your leadoff hitter is?
Leadoff hitter is Caitlin Cooper. She's a transfer from Navarro Junior College.
And what position?
She plays second and third base.
And she's a leadoff hitter, so she got a little speed?
A little bit of speed, but also a little bit of power. She's started us off with a couple of leadoff home runs. So she brings a little bit of everything, a little bit different for our lineups that we've had in the past. And so it's been a great addition. So she's come in and she's kind of mainly been our DP to start off. Okay.
Batting in number 2?
Batting in the 2-hole, we've kind of moved that around a little bit. We kind of play around with our 2-hole right now. It's been going between Kylie Wilson and Destiny Mchaka.
So Kylie may lead off, and then sometimes she may bat second.
Yes.
And Destiny is a...
she's a senior second baseman.
Second baseman. Okay. Third, we got the young lady right here. She's a center fielder. And clean up?
Charisma Garcia. She's our returning catcher from last year. She's a junior.
Okay. That means you're going to have her another year. Okay, batting fifth?
Batting fifth is Jade McQueen. She's a transfer from Trinity Valley Junior College, and she's a sophomore lefty power hitter.
Okay, Trinity Valley, but is she from that East Texas area?
Yes, she's from, she's from like the Beaumont area.
Okay, yeah, well, okay. Now, where we at? 6th or 5th? 5th. 6? Okay, who's batting 6th?
6th. The bottom of the lineup has been moving around a little bit. Okay,
so just give me one.
Going into 6th hole.
Sometimes.
Oh, no, this is a set piece. Penelope. Penelope Signs. She's a sophomore shortstop.
Shortstop, okay, okay. Good range?
We're working on getting a little bit better, but she definitely does her thing.
Now you guys are laughing. Penelope's gonna see this. Penelope's she's gonna say, "Sorry, what were you laughing at when the coach said that?" And yeah, what were you laughing at? Okay, but
she does her thing out there. She has a great arm. She has great mechanics. There's always room for improvement. I'm always on them about it. And so that's the best answer I can give.
And I'm gonna leave on 7. Don't let me forget, because you got that young mind. Okay. Do you see your girls and your team actually, like you're saying, we always need additional help? Do you see that they're self-motivated. You don't have to tell them all the time. Sometimes they're out there doing things they know they need to do. Like I used to go out to the batting cage and hit a little extra when I was in a little slump or something like that. Do you see them?
I think more so this year. I think more so this year, the mindset is different. We have a lot of great leaders on
That's
the
the
team
word
this
I
year,
was looking for.
and
Yeah.
that's the piece that we've kind of lacked in the past. I didn't have kids that I could rely on as leaders that would not only listen to what I say, but also put it into action.
Yeah.
And that makes the difference between the teams that we were in the past and the team that we're going to be this year.
You can't make it without leaders. Some of your best coaches tell you this. I'm a big U of H fan. Basketball, I love Kelvin Sampson, and Kelvin Sampson says that when he knows he has a team is when he doesn't have to come out there and watch him. His leaders are going to make sure they're doing everything they're supposed to be doing. Yeah. And so you're getting that feel from your team right now?
Absolutely. And I think that's probably the best feeling of it is it takes a lot of stress away from me having to, like you said, that you've had those conversations. That's been our biggest difference this year is I don't have to harp on all the little things over and over again as much as I've had to in the past. A lot of my leaders, they take it and they run with it before I even get to the point. And,
right.
That helped us a lot through the fall.
For sure.
Allowing a lot of the transfers and freshmen that came in to transition quicker and fall into place faster.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Are we on 7?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Number 7 hit us sometimes or whatever.
On 7, Jordan Talbert. She's a freshman. Freshman outfielder.
Must be good, freshman, Mm-hmm. I always boasted, and they say, "You play baseball?" I said, "Yeah, I started when I was a freshman." That's the second thing comes out of my mouth when I was talking. Yeah, I played baseball at TSU. I started when I was a freshman. So that's good. She started, okay, batting 8 sometimes.
Dania Durr. She's a sophomore, third baseman.
Oh, okay. Did she get a lot of playing time last year, or she's just stepping up this year?
No, she had a lot of playing time last year as well.
Okay, good. Mm-hmm. Sounds like you got some experience. And 9th, and I don't know how softball works. We played the pitcher bat at 9th, but so do y'all have DH in softball?
Yes, we do. But that's my leadoff. Was Caitlin Cooper was my
DH. Mm-hmm. Okay, so who bats 9th?
Batting in our 9th is with my lineup. I like to put somebody out that's going to try to turn it over.
Yeah,
be a little bit quicker. Get us back to the top. Get us rolling again. Yeah. So normally we kind of go with our slappers down in that 9 hole. Right now it's been between kind of 3. We have Z, another Z.
Tell us all 3 of them.
Another Z. Amory Martin, and then a freshman that's been kind of making her way, stepping in a little bit, is Amelia.
Okay. Now, Amy Martin, now what is she?
Amory Martin, she's a sophomore.
Amory, she's a sophomore. Mm-hmm. Coach, you got players back. So you had a heavy freshman team last year then?
We did. Mm-hmm. We did have a heavy freshman team last year. We had this year we have 5 freshmen that came in, but we also on the other end we had 4 transfers come in. So that's helped with the experience piece.
How many new pitchers you have?
New pitchers. 2
new pitchers? 3?
Z, Miranda, and Asia.
Okay.
Yep.
She's got a future in coaching right here.
Yes, Asia.
Are you a physical ed major?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, coaching's out the window then. Coaching. I was a physical ed major, and I was one night in the dormitory. My homeboy came over and visited me. We were talking, what have you, and we were talking about what we were going to major in. I'm getting off course here. That's what old people do, get off course. And I told him, I said, yeah, I'm gonna be a coach, man, because I love, coaching and what have you. And he said, you won't starve to death, man. That's what he told me. That's what you talking about. He said, coaches don't make nothing, man. The next day, coach, I went and changed my major to business. He had a profound effect on me when he told me that you're gonna starve to death. But anyway, who did we last play your most recent game?
UC Tillotson.
And did we win?
We did. We won both games.
Okay, we won both. So it was a doubleheader.
Doubleheader.
Let the listening audience know the next time that you're going to have a game here in Houston.
Next game will be next Tuesday against St. Thomas at Memorial Park at 2:00.
Okay. I'm going to tell Coach right now that the person that attends that game and tells coach at the end of the game or before, because she's going to be so busy, you're not going to be able to say anything to her. Before the game, at the end of the game, let them know that you heard this on this show and you wanted to come out and support them. Hit me up and I'm going to give you something for that. Monetary deal on that. Okay, so I want, what we're trying to do is help the ladies softball team. We don't have a field. We don't have a stadium like U of H or University of Texas where they can charge and make some money. So we need people like myself and you, the listening audience, to contribute as much as you can. Coach, speaking of that, because I know I'll have to just write a check and give it to you, but people that may be listening, how can they donate directly to the ladies softball team?
They can reach out to me through my email, which is on the website. Come to the office, reach out to me, and you can make a personal donation, and that helps us with equipment, helps us with travel, helps us with anything that the girls need. All donations are welcome and needed. Okay.
Now, you said, Coach, that they can contact you on the website. People are lazy. I'm one of them. And so would you take your time and tell them your email address where they can contact you for any information they want in regards to donating and helping out the ladies softball team?
Yes. So my email is going to be raven.rodriguez@tsu.edu. You need me to spell it?
No, I want you to spell it, but I want you to go. And they can send any. There's no too small donation.
No too small donation. Any amount helps, really. If you can't donate a lot, donating a little bit helps add to our fund to help these girls out that are next to me, helps to get the pitching equipment that she needs, the hitting equipment that she may need, and the rest of her teammates. So really anything is going to help us continue to compete, continue to win, and continue to bring back the competitiveness and hopefully some championships.
Now, this is not about me, but tell them, Coach, when I donated, what did you want me to donate for?
You donated towards practice balls.
just they need the balls. I mean, just simple, something simple as that, balls. And I gave her a donation for just baseballs. It made me angry that they had to do that, but one more time, I can understand, because back in the day, I played at TSU, and I understand our head football coach going to find athletic director before we hit the road so he could get our money so we could stop at Burger King and whatever and eat. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't trying to find him for money to go to no lavish restaurant. It was just for us to eat and so forth. And so when they ask, and when I ask that you guys help them, it's serious. And no donation is too small. One more time, Coach, tell them where they can do that.
You can find me through my email at raven.rodriguez@tsu.edu. Anything helps, and we appreciate anything you guys can donate towards us.
Okay. What are you looking forward to being a freshman playing, and what teams and so forth? Have you noticed anything a little different from high school?
Sophomore. Yes.
Oh, sophomore. My bad. I thought you was a freshman. Okay.
What I look forward to?
Yeah.
I look forward to competing and fighting for my teammates every time I step on that mound. And I just look to be better every time.
Okay, no problem. No problem. But what about yourself?
I'm really looking forward to having fun this year. I'm a senior, it's my last year, so I'm really trying not to take anything for granted.
Yeah.
Always play the game like it's my last game, because I never know when it will be my last game.
Right.
So just really blessed that I have this opportunity. God gave it to me, and I'm ready to go win a championship with my girls.
All right. I like that talk. I like that, Coach. But you know what, Coach? You said that just a moment ago. This year, you have a group of ladies that are waiting on you to pump them up.
Oh, no, we're already pumped.
That's what I'm saying. You're already pumped up. Or the record indicates it. 8-something already. 8-2, 8-3.
8-3.
8-3. The ladies went off to Georgia, and I think 2 out of 3 won all your games.
No, we went to 3-1.
Yeah.
3-1 in Georgia. I mean, on neutral site, that's pretty good. And then that's baseball. I'm gonna talk about it later. That's the only trip you guys made. I may be confusing you.
Opening week when we went to East Texas A&M.
Okay. How did you fare there?
There we went 2-1.
Three and two.
3 and 2. Oh, 3 and 2.
Yep.
See,
Okay.
they have better memories than I
Okay. So y'all won 3 of the games there.
Yes,
Yes.
3 out of the
So were all 5 of the games against East Texas?
No, it was against East Texas, South Dakota,
Wow.
another team from like New York. I want to say,
Bucknell.
yeah.
Bucknell, St. Bonaventure, and SFA.
There's a lot of teams from like the north area. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. I mean, they're playing teams that are better equipped. Now, I'm not saying Bucknell got the money, the budget that University of Texas has, or even U of H has.
Yeah.
You know, but still, it's Bucknell. They got a little bit more than what we have. I was going to press you, Coach, earlier about what you see on the stadium ramifications, but we talked family off air, and we're not going to get into that because we don't want to cause anything. But it would be wonderful if at some point the university can push forward and get these ladies a stadium, because they have been having a wonderful product for over 10 years. And so we need to get a product where we can get you out to the game, and then they can make their own money, you know, versus us. But we're going to always donate. Mr. Womack is the broker and president and CEO of Womack Development Investment Realtors, a private minority-owned full-service commercial and residential real estate brokerage firm. Over the years, he has been known to be a respected community businessman and partner and has received many awards. Now, he sells real estate everywhere, but this specialty is right here in 3rd Ward. This guy can get it taken care of for you. And Coach, I want to ask you, what has been your, so far, hardest task you've had to take care of this upcoming year?
Hardest task.
In regards to the team, like, and so forth, and trying to assemble your team together. Was there a problem? You know, you pretty much had it all laid down in your head. You know, she's going to play first, she's going to play second, she's going to play third.
Well, I think the biggest challenge with us is biggest challenge that I saw with us, especially starting in the fall, was just how much depth we have, and which is what I wanted and what I been striving for this program to have, and it made it more challenging on myself because it was more of, okay, well, this person can play here, but so can this person. They're both hitting great. Now it's depending on who are we playing against, who's going to have the better outcome with this team and with who we're playing for. And so with that's been my biggest challenge, just because we have such good talent and such good depth. It's finding who's going to be the best in that moment and finding that lineup that's going to allow us to go out there and win games. So a good piece to be.
I was going to say, I was waiting on you to finish. What a wonderful problem to have. What a wonderful problem to have, man. Because I can imagine last year you would have liked to have had that problem.
Right. You're absolutely right. We only had 17, 18 girls by the time we were in conference, and it was really the 9 that went out there were the 9 that pretty much stayed out there majority of the time. We didn't really have much to even go in and do pinch running for some of our kids, and so this year we have, knock on wood, wherever there is some, we have the abundance of it to allow some of our kids to come off and rest a little bit. They're not having to overwork their bodies the entire season. They get a little bit of a break, but then also now they get a little bit more fresh the entire time and get to give it everything they have.
Okay, now let us know, is there a general time that the games are played so the listening audience can kind of, like, if they don't make it the next game, which you said is next Tuesday, is there are all games played at 1, 2, 3, or what?
No, our midweek games, they're a little bit mixed around. So this past Sunday we played at 1 and 3. This next Sunday we play at 2.
Excuse me for interrupting you, because I don't want that to get away. I'll lose my thought. Midweek is basically, we got 2 games a week in conference, midweek and at the end of the week.
So midweek games are just against non-conference teams. And so those are done on our Tuesdays.
Okay.
And they're either a home game or they're an away game. And then the Friday, Saturday is going to be our conference.
Conference, okay. All right, just want to clarify
Yes,
that. Okay.
yes.
And what time are generally the conference games?
Generally the conference games, depending, or at home, they're 3 o'clock on Fridays and then 12 and 2 on Saturdays. When we're away, it depends on the home team that we go to on what times they have us playing.
Okay.
So it just kind of depends on.
Okay. Have you been getting any sort of turnout to come so far to the games?
Yes, I think our first home game was this past Tuesday, and so we had a good turnout. We had
Great.
a lot of families come,
Great.
which was good to see. And I think that's just the start. I think as we get going into our weekend series, we're going to get a lot more people out there, which we love to support. Keep coming out, keep supporting the girls. They love the cheering. They love the loudness in the stands. They love playing for something that's bigger than themselves, and that starts with the people that support them and the families and everybody that is behind them.
And we play where at? Let them know where we play at.
Memorial Park.
Okay. Memorial Park is kind of big. So will it be easy to find? Do you turn off the first turn, that first exit? Because I know when I went to the game, I was lost the first time. I turned and I circled and rolled around. I said, I'm looking for the softball field. They said, down there. Okay.
It depends because there are so many different parks over there. My best way to describe it is if you go and you know where the golf course is, where they're two-story driving ranges.
Okay.
We're right across from there.
So the driving ranges at the golf course is what we're shooting for.
That's
When we go to Memorial Park, we're shooting for the driving range at Memorial Park.
Right across.
Right across.
You should be able to see there's a baseball and a softball field right there. So you'll pass us. We'll have windscreens up. We'll have signage, and you'll hear music and you'll hear announcing and everything like that.
Fantastic. And our next game, our first conference game is next week?
Next weekend against Grambling.
Are we at home or are we going to Grambling?
We're going to Grambling.
Going to Grambling. The first weekend that we'll be here will be when?
The following weekend.
And that will be when?
I don't have
So
exact dates.
not this weekend. So this weekend is the 27th and 8th.
It'll be the
7th.
second weekend in March. We'll be
That's
at home.
the
13th and 14th. 13th, 14th. Okay. 13th, 14th. You got an assistant coach, right?
It's one of the captains.
Okay. So
You can't tell.
oh yeah, I can tell right there. So when I gotta get your cell before you leave like that. So I can't never catch you, but I'll be able to catch you. Okay. So Memorial Park by the driving range on the golf course, family, when you go to try to see the game. I will be there, Coach. I know you're busy, but I'm gonna holler out, Coach Rodriguez, and you're gonna look up and see me. Hey, okay there. Leave me alone. I'm here. I see you.
We're gonna hold you to it.
No, that's what I'm saying. You're gonna say, leave me alone now. I see you. Okay, so one more time, I want everybody listening to me, show them how great my listening are, because I have a lot of, right nationally, I always got TSU. I got Prairie View fans like, why you always, all you talk about is TSU? I said, that's my school. I said, I talk about Prairie View too. I said, but right now I'm talking about the TSU's women's softball team. When I do the sports later, I'll be doing that, talking about Prairie View and everybody else. So we need your participation at the game. Coach Rodriguez has given you her email address. If you're interested in helping them in any way, no donation is too small. And I hope to have them back on before the playoffs. So I'm putting a little pressure on you for the playoffs. Or does everybody make the playoffs like they do basketball?
No, not everybody makes the playoffs.
And put some pressure on it then. I hope to have them back before the playoffs because they got off to a great start. And I know it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Exactly.
So I want you ladies to keep your nose to the grindstone. She's serious. I know she's going to keep it.
No pressure.
You say that, you ain't put no pressure on me. Because I'm looking for a championship anyway. That's great. That's great. I'd love to see you ladies play University of Houston over there. Do y'all have them on the schedule?
We don't have them on the schedule.
Is it because they don't want to play you? You can say it. You can say it.
We haven't got to that point, but we're working on getting them back on the schedule next year.
Okay. We got anybody in the neighborhood? A P4 school or anything?
No, St. Thomas is actually, that's who we play on Tuesday, and they're from Houston.
Yeah, St. Thomas.
Yeah, so we're playing them, and that's going to be the only local ones. The other JUCOs we play in the fall, like San Jack and Alvin and Galveston. We play those teams in the fall.
Okay. I want to thank the ladies and the coach again for gracing us with their time. I know they're college students, so they can't just sit here and lollygag with me all day, because I'm having fun with them. But Coach, Zaria, I want you, before we get away, look into the camera and tell the listening audience what you'd like for them to do if it's just come out and support the team. We promise to give you a great show or whatever. Go ahead.
I would like y'all to come out, support, watch me pitch, and my girls, and yeah, just come out and support us.
Okay.
Yes, I second that. Any support would be greatly appreciated, along with the donations. Thank you guys for watching, and we look forward to seeing you at Memorial Park.
There you go. And Coach?
I think they said it all. But they said it all, and come and support them. That's who's out there. That's who's representing, and that's who I care about. So give them the support, give them the donations, anything to help a program continue to succeed and continue to grow.
All right. And I will be donating for Coach and them get out of here. I want to thank you guys for watching the show. And don't forget, go to tsu.edu and go to the athletic department if you want to find out when they play. But you can always go to Coach Rodriguez. She gave you the email, and they'll let you know. Coach, I want to thank you.
Thank you.
I want to thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you, Z, for coming in. And until the next show, peace out.